I'm just saying that I really like JD's livery. Like,
Oh,
I feel there's some points to be gained on the execution, but the idea is there, and it.
what, the gaming one?
Yeah.
That's apparently meant to be a charity one, and he wants me to shout out what charity and everything's like. I don't know what the charity is. And no, I'm not gonna plug a charity because I don't really see it as a charity. But it's just, it's not one I'd see as value.
Yeah.
Because when you think charity, you think not restoring old video games, but actually people dying, you know, going over to Africa or something.
Yeah. This is more of a community project, you could argue that.
Yes, it sounds quite niche or whatever, or rude, but you know.
It's a nice idea, but it's not really a charity, so not per se.
Nah, it's not the charity I'd go for.
But I will say this now, it stands out.
Mate, the one he used last week stood out as well. He went full pink and anime.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was nice actually.
JD never does a bad livery.
Yeah. I mean, this one, if you've seen, I'm not sure about it. Like, it's pretty good, but it's not exactly a god tier livery.
Nah.
Like, it's not like some of the art car liveries BMW have done in the past. You've seen some of those.
Can you
godlike.
Guys in stream, by the way? Can you check if thumbnail's up for me, lads?
Right, I'll check. Just give me one fresh second. I'm Hayden, by the way. I'm the guy who finished second at Spa.
So, this is yes, this is Hayden.
Yep.
Cheers, lads.
Body's up. Oh, thumbnail's up even.
Yeah. 'Cause it never loads for me.
Yeah, it's there.
When I do for my own personal YouTube, I have to put the thumbnail on 4 times. It doesn't work. It's really annoying. Right. Let me just share the things out to a few people. I'm gonna get Juice to share it out on his story as well.
Nice. Oh, Santos got himself a penalty. Didn't see how, but I'll put money on the fact that it was going through the Senate House. I can technically say I have a 100% win rate on this track, because I've only ran one league race here and I won that.
It sounds like a dick thing to say, but technically that would be a factual statement.
Yeah.
Right, 6 people are in the stream. For streams today, I mean, people are think people know Interlagos is going to be a bit of a shit one.
I mean, to be fair though, for the drivers it should be a fun track. I've always enjoyed driving this circuit because it's got a lot of elevation, and especially the middle segment, because it's very technical, it can be a very entertaining stretch of the circuit. And it's good for racing too.
When you think about it, it's like a smaller version of Spa in terms of setup. Do you focus on top speed for the first and third sector, or do you go technical in the middle?
Yeah, it's a very nice setup conundrum. And oh, Brian's done a spin out of the Senate S.
Yeah, that was midway down the straight, so I think he just hit the handbrake.
Yeah. Might have been running wide off the S, to be fair. I had that once. Back when I used to do daily races before I got a wheel. Then again, that was like 2018. So yeah. But pace so far on fuel and tyres, mid 130s, yeah, that's about where I expected it to be.
The best lap was a 130.7. That was in the middle of the race due to set. His quali lap was a 131 somewhat.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one of the league race I did. Pole was a 30.0, no, not, yeah, 30.0, and I had to race fastest lap a 30.525. So we're right about that pace point here, which is pretty good.
I mean, Ruben's best day 130.4 so far in this practice session. We'll be starting very soon.
Yeah. My personal best on this track, hot lapping, is a 29.7 in the NSX. So, Yeah, to anyone wondering what car I might be taking next season, there's probably one hint for a contender. Yeah.
Oh, I think we're just about ready to start. I mean, with a server full of 50 people and 7 people are watching, 2 of them are me.
Okay, whatever gets the viewing numbers up.
Yeah. It's not normally like this, so I don't know what's really going on right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not loved.
Well, nothing can be proven until you have evidence.
Oh.
Oh, that came out way... That came out very differently to how I planned it.
That. Ow. Ow, Hayden, what's hurt? I have the power to kick you. I'm kidding, I won't kick you.
Yeah.
I need someone to speak
I meant
because...
that as a wholesome statement, but...
Yeah, it's wholesome just saying that you're not loved. What was starting?
You can't be... No, what I mean it as is you can't be certain if you're loved or not until you would check to prove if you are loved or not.
I know what you meant, but it's like...
Yeah. When you said that, I just felt like my head was for decoration. Oh.
Mate, I'll make you look like a decoration in a minute. Very Christmassy with all the red.
Alright, into qualifying, let's see who's
Why
out
does
first.
everyone go out so early? Like...
Oh, Brian's out first.
Typical.
Probably just getting the bank collapse and stuff.
I mean, the thing that... Everyone gets out so early, like, yeah, getting out early, fair enough, I understand that, but the thing that Heavyhead likes to do in particular, he will wait about 30 seconds to go out so he doesn't get caught up in the slipstream training, because if you get stuck behind, especially when Brian's out first, no disrespect to Brian, but he's very midfield, say if Ruben gets stuck behind Brian, he's gonna be, there's gonna be some problems at the front there, because whoever is actually at the front, say, Tim, JD, he's going to be stuck behind Tim, and he will have to, like, if JD is quicker, and JD on paper is quicker, as you see him getting past Tim there, if he catches up to Brian, yes, having a slipstream is good, but if you catch up to somebody, you can end up into the back of them, and it's not going to be very good. So, Brian's paying attention, letting everyone go through, he's coming through the middle sector, so giving people some spaces.
To the stream.
5 people, there's a group of 5 cars there.
Oh.
This is what I mean, they're all trying to jostle for position. Brian doesn't want to be at the front because he wants some slipstream. Here's someone you do want to be behind, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Is your mic being shared, by the way? I've just realised.
No, it's not being shared, to my knowledge.
You might want to put it on, then. Oh, you being here is pointless, so it's under party settings.
Wait, hang on a sec. I'm pretty sure I have it on.
Oh, yeah, it is. I've just said it.
Setting.
Yeah, it is. So, JD, he leads first, but look. There's a massive slipstream train here. Like, going down towards turn 1, and...
Oh, yeah, I see it. Again, though, like... I mean, it's the same thing you see at Monza in qualifying and over in F1 land. The last thing you want is to be first in qualifying. At least in the train, because then you don't get the slipstream and you're, what, 5-6 kph slower by the end of the straight. And at Interlagos, even though it's not, honestly, it's not literally speaking a very long straight, it's a mammoth straight in the final sector.
Brian may looking at Brian right now, may have just got like the life hack of a century, because he's... I think Brian's in the best place here, because Brian's right behind Ruben.
But Ruben's behind Santos, which could cause some problems. I know the M6 isn't brilliant at low speed because of its relatively abysmal traction.
And now here's where the problems come, because hopefully if they're... I think... Oh, no, I was about to say, maybe if there's team orders there at B&R, they'd just let each other go through, but Ruben backs out, he knows his lap's a bit fucked, but fair enough. But, you see, this is what I was on about with space. Now, Brian was looking for... Brian could have been on for a very good lap there, being stuck behind Ruben.
Yeah. You can tell, I think Santos is trying to let Brian through, but the execution was not good at all.
too little, too late. Devil, provisional pole, a 1:30.458. That's what we saw from Ruben exactly, I believe. Casey, he goes in second. He's going to be very happy with that. Casey's not had the best season so far. He's come close to a podium, but not been close enough. This is maybe his best chance.
Just on my screen, coming through the centre S. Nice and clean run, nothing crazy, no slip though, so I don't imagine setting the world on fire. Yeah, 23 step to 1. Not brilliant, but not exactly a bad sector either.
Another person to look out for this lap is maybe Dino. Dino's behind Devil.
Yeah.
Devil runs very wide over the curb at turn 7 through turn 8. Now you see Devil does the little corner cut at turn 8, which we see, which we kept seeing Juice Rom doing yesterday. The track limits there are so laid back.
Same at Centre S turn 2. You can actually cut that quite a bit without getting a penalty. It's a fine line to tread, but you can probably get about a tired bit on or fully on the curb. And yeah, Dino is 8/10 down on his PB on that second split, so
he needs to find a second to put himself anywhere near Devil. Devil's down by a 10th as well. Dino, he's on the back foot. He missed last round and he's lost out second in the championship. Everyone now dives into the pit straight away. Casey, he improves. It's a brilliant lap from Casey there, as he's now stuck behind Tim now.
Nice. Well, I'm pretty sure that's the closest Casey's been to whole season.
Ruben, he sends him back. Santos, ever since Santos' podium at Brands Hatch, he's just gone downhill and he's really struggling. You see there, he's still dead last, so maybe traffic problems, I don't know. He's not really had a clean lap in so far. He had a 137 and a 134. But do you think Casey could get a podium this weekend?
Yeah, he's definitely got a very fair shot at it.
I think his biggest downfall has probably been his strategy. Yeah. I mean, for the past, what, 2-3 races, he's gone on to hards and mediums and tried to be funky and stuff, and it's really not worked. And we saw yesterday in the Div 2 race, I don't know what the B&R boys were thinking.
Santos has got a major drift on going through, I think it's Interlagos. Sorry if I got that wrong.
Turn 7, that's all I know.
Yeah, the quick double right. He got very sideways. I think he tried to take a wide line.
No, Interlagos is turn 4. Yes, it's turn 4 and 5. Yes.
It was. I had the right part of the circuit. Yeah, unlike Ninan here, I'm not brilliant with my corner names.
I'm not brilliant at corner names either around Interlagos. Wait until we get to Le Mans. I know most of Le Mans off by heart.
Yeah. I know all of Silverstone in order off by heart.
I know most of. I don't know Silverstone that well. What really annoys me the most is the straights. I always get the straights mixed through. Now, so why Santos?
On the F1 layout, your pit straight's now the Hamilton straight. Then you've got the Wellington straight. Then I'm pretty sure it's just pretty much called the National straight or something like that.
But
anyway,
I mean, it's the two big straights. Do you know what I mean? Because I just call it old pit lane and stuff. But the Wellington and Hangar. But Santos, he was nearly 4 seconds up on his best. 4 seconds up would have put him probably into the top 4, and then he's pitted. Yes, he's got to have the fresh rubber out, but now he's got to hope. If he's got a lap, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, this is just the last pitch.
Yeah, he will only get a chance for 1 lap, and if he messes up this lap, he is starting from the back, and it will not be a good qualifying. Ruben's also into the pits. He's been able to make 2 stops, which is quite good for his qualifying. Because it's a short track, you're able to actually get 2 stops in here instead of the 1.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to be looking at probably a 129 from Ruben, I hear. Like maybe a 29.9. I honestly think he could really have a crack at doing that kind of last time.
Well, Devil, he's currently on his hot lap.
Let's see, yeah, he is on a lap right now.
Devil's currently coming through the end of the middle sector. He's catching up towards Tim, and if you can catch Tim before the main straight, that slipstream you could get will be very helpful. Let's see at the split time. He's
10.5 up.
That's good. If he can catch Tim here, just the slightest bit, that might put him onto provisional pole. Let's find out. Casey's also behind the Devil as well, so Casey's going to be enjoying the slipstream. He needs to find 5 attempts to put himself in second.
Tim hissing? No, he's not. Okay.
Keeping it tucked down the inside. Casey's going to be getting the benefit of the slipstream across the line.
Only 400. I don't think.
Yeah, Devil doesn't improve much. Casey doesn't improve at all as he will be starting. Casey will have time for another lap, but where the tyres will probably lock won't be that good. Ruben's coming through the final 2 turns, 14 and 15, to start his final lap.
Yep.
He'll have another time to go out. Other people to really worry about. Tim, he's up by 2/10. He's having a pretty good qualifying session. JD, you'd expect him to be further up there. He got 5th. No, he got 3rd last week. It's a brilliant looking livery on that Mazda. He's only 11 thousandths down on Tim, so any improvement will be good. He'll have 1 lap left. Dino as well, 6th. You'd expect Dino to be a bit further up. Genergy in 8th. I mean, if Genergy can score points, only one person who won't be scoring points, but Genergy, if he can score at least 1 point with a broken arm, I believe he's got, he'll be happy. But Santos, how's he improving? We'll find out in a minute.
Ruben to 10th up. Ruben improving in Sector 1.
Devil's coming through Sector 2, let's find out. Devil's down by 2/10. Casey's up by 10ths, he runs very wide. That's gonna... Casey, very slow through turn 13. Yeah, he's got a 2.5 penalty.
Yeah, there goes his lap attempt.
There goes his qualifying, he won't have enough speed to catch up to the line, so Casey will have to settle for 3rd at best.
At best, yeah. So now, on my end at least, it's all eyes on Ruben. Can he get a 129?
Tim improves, but doesn't go up by much, but he'll have another lap. Dino, he comes across for the final straight. He's eyeing himself up for another lap. He's only 24 thousandths down. Cam O'Brien, he's round the final 2 turns. I don't think he's going to improve on this lap. His best is a 32 flat, near enough. Santos, a 30.5.
Nice.
Once he gets that pace and it's good, Cam O'Brien, he'll be the first to take the checkered flag of his qualifying session. He does not improve. SVV Ruben across the line, a 29.6. That's neat. That's probably going to be Paul. I think the only person that can challenge for that now is going to be Devil. He's coming up through turn 6, up the hill.
That was a beautiful, beautiful lap there from Ruben.
7 attempts now, Devil needs to find. He's stuck behind Tim as well. He cuts the course maybe a bit too much. He gets a bit of a tank slapper as he goes through turn 9.
Yeah, that's the wrong height you want to slide the car through, dude. You do that mid-corner.
You don't want to be doing that in the middle of the race. You will be experiencing some strong tyre wear, and I think that might be Devil's lap gone.
Yeah, heading to left through the long left there. Yeah, half.
Santos' qualifying's done. JD, is he still on track? JD is coming through the final 2 turns. It looks like, will JD improve?
We'll see.
Let's find out. I think this is the only real person who can now challenge for pole. Round the final banking, keeps it tight. It's not going to be pole. Is he going to improve? He improves and he's 4th. He sends Casey down to 5th.
Nice lap, dude.
Putting it out of the end, and you see there, Devil does not improve. Devil doesn't need to improve though. Devil's already got the championship wrapped up.
Can we take something very important here from Ruben's lap?
Go on.
Having watched it the whole way through, he had no slipstream on that run.
It's insane. Also, until I think until Laguna Seca, he didn't even know you could change your setup.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
And this guy, bearing in mind, it's not just at this level. This guy competes in the Latin America Gran Turismo Sport Championship, the official championships down in South America, and he didn't even know you could change his setup, and he was still getting top 16 in the world, top 16 in his region, and he didn't know you could change the setup.
Well, FIA Balance of Performance has the fault setup.
Fair enough, but it's quite scary.
Because yeah, I mean, heading into season 2, he's going to have a more optimized car choice and presumably nothing short of godlike setup.
Well, there's confirmation of the qualifying results. SVV Ruben on pole, followed by JM Devil. It's familiar sight in the front row. Santos, he's had a brilliant qualifying after a string of poor races after his podium at Brands Hatch. JD Shadime, he's back in 4th, trying to chase his 2nd podium in a row, with Casey chasing his 1st down in 5th. It was looking like he's having good qualifying, and then it wasn't on his lap and he just had to bail out of it, but 5th he'll be happy with it. Terrible Tim, 6th as well, that's good for him. Dino, he's trying to get himself back into 2nd after missing last week's race, down in 7th, he's not going to be happy with that. Cam O'Brien 8th and Genergy 9th. Turn 1's going to be interesting. It's a flat run, but no one's going to be caught through the final turn.
Yeah, and honestly, the only way Devil has a chance of winning this race, I think, considering the sheer gap he's dealing with and pace, is if Ruben spins.
That's not going to happen. Ruben doesn't spin. Be careful of the further back where the slipstream's more powerful at the back as everyone comes through turn 1 then. JD, you see JD getting very close to the back of Santos already into turn 1.
I think Jinji kind of forgot the start happened. He's already way off the back of Ryan.
Came on Brian trying to go for a move on Donald all the way down towards turn 4, getting Ryan to do his back of his rear wheels. So, Devil's already really close to the back of Ruben as they're bridging a gap towards Santos. JD struggling to keep up the pace of Santos and...
Contact? Oh, there's definitely contact there and Dino's gone quite wide. Or...
We know Brian's very racy, he's going to try and get as many moves on as he can as Casey. You see further up, he's already got a second penalty. He's very close to the back of JD as they come towards turn 7 and 8. And
I will say for Brian though, his setup for this race looks a little concerning for the race. So it seems like he's basically driving it in 4-wheel drifts around past the corners. And while that's definitely
Santos gets very shaky and JD almost goes through.
It's a fast option, sure though, with Brian's setup. Yeah.
Casey goes for the move into turn 13, he just bails out of it, gets a bit more time off of his penalty. But JD is looking very shaky right now. JD is a habit of spinning. He's spun at all but one race this season. As Casey tries to go the long way around the outside. Can't quite get the moves on. He's going to tuck down into the slipstream. Hopefully get the slingshot round turn 15. Then down towards turn 1. He's going to have to try and go around the outside here. Remember the penalty. That could cause some problems further back for his ART teammate. Brian, Dano's trying to get sick from terrible. Timmy goes through, and Brian, he tries to cut through on both of them. Brian's got through Tim, I believe. He tries to go around the outside, going to the inside line through turn 3 of the center S. And that's a brilliant move by Brian, caught Tim slipping there, as he's also gone up a position. But further up, Casey's got the inside line as to go towards turn 4. Here's the move confirmed, but down towards the braking zone, who's going to have it? JD's going to try and defend around the outside. Oh, a bit of a ghosting from Casey's penalty there. But he will have the inside line and hopefully he can cut through and defend the inside line through turn 6. That'll be good, and what a move there by Casey.
Give it a few weeks and have the album sorted out for him.
Well, Casey now, him and JD, they were very... JD on that first lap just did not look confident. JD was so shaky at the rear, and JD's trying not to spin it, but he's trying to get some pace here, and I think
he's really struggling with tyre temperature. It looked like his tyres just stone cold off the line, and yeah, he just couldn't get them fired up on that first lap.
I mean, all throughout lap 1, you could tell Casey was Casey catches it on turn 30, and he's hit JD. Dino's gone through into 5th, and already Casey, what's happened there?
I think he looked like he got wide going out to the penultimate corner. And then just got a massive tank snap and kind of got caught on the nose of JD's car. Yeah.
I was just going to say how brilliant he looked as well. All throughout the first lap.
Battle at the front, JM or Devils are right on the back of Ruben here. And
careful move down into turn 4, we'll find out. It's going to put Ruben's defending skills to the test. You're quite familiar with Ruben's defending skills, aren't you?
Yeah. Ruben's definitely pretty good at straights, or at least Lexus is, so he's got a good defensive tool right there. But let's see what he does. He's probably conserving fuel at the moment anyway.
That's Ruben for you though, let's be real. This track is so good at fuel saving as well, especially through the middle sector. It's incredibly hard to overtake through there. And if you're not just going to hot lap, you can just... I mean, we saw it yesterday.
And as I was trying to do at Spa, not the boss.
I mean, Rube, yesterday in the Div 2 race, Juiceron was trying to get past Vassman, and then it just allowed OTBZ to catch up. And you see, with these two battling now, Santos, he's catching up as well. And Santos is at the back of Devil.
And, I mean, Ruben knows that the closest he has to a threat is Devil in this race. So if he can... Maybe he's trying to hold up Devil, so as then Santos goes up to get past and act as a buffer.
Could be interesting. But whilst we have the chance, I'd just like to say about the Casey incident, that was... I mean, Casey had a brilliant first lap. JD just looked like he had no pace, and Casey, you could see, he was racy. Casey wanted that. Casey sees a podium today. He goes for the move, or he goes through, and then he's just angry. He wants to catch Santos, and he was just racy all the way through, and then he just catches it, and that's gutting for him.
Maybe he Well, what I think might have happened as well is just his high fuel when the tyres weren't fully up to temperature. Maybe he just put a little bit too much faith in the car as he went through that lap. And
Santos, 1.5 second penalty. That's already his second penalty of the race. We're only on lap 4.
I mean, it's not that hard to get penalties on this track. I mean, yeah.
In the battle for second in the championship, JD and Dino are down in 4th and 5th, whilst Ruben's out at the front. That's not really what they need. I do believe Ruben will probably go into second ahead of JD at the end of this race.
Ruben is very good.
If it finishes like that. JD's 4 seconds off the back of the lead. He's going to try and catch it and bridge a gap to his rival in the championship. Now JD knows Ruben's got that penalty. If JD can just keep it clean. JD's strategy, JD has an Excel spreadsheet of strats.
Ruben's getting brilliant exit off of Jinsauer, but
I think he may. I mean, with JD's habit of spinning, I noticed that, and he may just be taking it very cautious because speaking to JD, I was in a part with him when he was practicing the other day, and he was just going, right, I can spin here, and he knows he spins so much. He's now trying to make a mental note of where he's spinning, as Santos has got rid of his 1.5 second penalty and JD's now going to be in slipstream range. But
I think Santos is getting pretty loose there out of the centre S. He's got it back gathered up there, so probably nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I think JD is probably just being cautious on the curbs. He doesn't want to spin it. JD knows if he, especially in pit stops, JD could have actually won last week if he didn't spin at Laguna Seca, because his strategy was that good, and the time he was gaining, there was a chance that JD could have actually fought for the win here. At Laguna, sorry.
Yeah, he had the pace, but needed to work on the consistency.
But the front vote.
Unfortunately, that's kind of the story of JD's season.
Well, up at the front, Devil right onto the back of Ruben, coming through the middle sector. Towards Bico de Pato, I believe.
Just looking at the body language of the cars, from what I can see, Ruben massively has the upper hand right now. As you can tell, he's in 5th gear right now. He is driving so conservatively. And like, he can take it easy through the middle sector, or let Devil close up and then attack it, coming out of the last corner, and then giving him enough of a gap that he can hold the position.
Devil trying to look for move around the outside. We've seen this many times. The outside here just really doesn't work. Sticks right to the bumper. He's going to try and move out. No. This is smart by Devil. I think Devil's learnt now for the past few races that Ruben will always just save his fuel and he will beat you in the pit stops. He will gain a good 5-10 seconds in the pits when it comes to fuel. And if you compare their fuel already, they're pretty much even, which is brilliant by Devil. Devil's even got better tyres. Not by much, but this is the first we will ever say that they're matched on fuel and Devil has the slightly better tyres. So you saw they're going towards turn 1 through the center S's. Devil wasn't looking for the move. Devil's just trying to stick in his slipstream and be conservative, which is smart because...
This reminds me of I think it was the Manufacturer Series in Group 4. There was one race where everyone was just fuel saving the hell out of it. And this is just the unfortunate result of polyphony increased in times. It's no longer a question of who's faster.
Ooh, Santos coming through turn 9, gets a bit of a shake on the BMW, showing what shaking what his mother gave him. He's also got another penalty. It's his 3rd penalty. He's averaging a penalty every 2 laps, which is not good, and JD's on the back of him and he could be looking for something here. As we see Devil and Ruben, they're really close onto the back, and Devil is just bomb drafting. It's NASCAR-esque sort of racecraft here by the German. And he could pull out here, but he's not. Devil is being... This is genius by Devil. And he's just going to brake a bit earlier, avoid hitting the rear of Devil. And then he's going to continue.
Yeah, it's a good play on both ends because it means that they're both pulling away from the field behind them, which means if they do wind up battling, they don't need to worry about cars showing up. And Devil, he's saving a lot of fuel, so the Beetle inherent general thirstiness when it comes to strategy is being largely negated. This is a really good place for Devil. Probably got about 5% less fuel, I would say, at the moment, and tyres, fair game.
JD's also got past Santos, which leads you to believe if Casey hadn't spun, he would be in third right now, which is gutting. As Santos, he looks for a move into turn 8, doesn't quite have it. Oh,
wow.
Again! This is the third time he's done that. Santos is really not liking this.
Yeah, welcome to the BMW. It's really fast and falling on you, but then
Dino gets his drift on. Oh.
You've got to have a silk right foot with BMW, because its traction is not very good.
Dino, he seems to not be doing too good on fuel. He's already near enough halfway on the tank, which isn't too bad when you're thinking about doing, pitting every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But up at the front, their fuel is so much better, and you see Devil again, he's just not looking for a move. Devil is just going to sit here. He's on less fuel, but in terms of the Beetle compared to the Lexus, this is the best chance that Devil's got. And if Devil can sit here, it's proving Devil's got the pace to keep up with Ruben. Devil's currently got fastest lap on track. Ruben, we know Ruben's going to be fuel saving anyway, but the way these two are racing, it then leads you to believe what strategy could they be doing. Because if they are able to fuel save for at the rate they're going for the next 4 minutes, if it's before the halfway mark, a one stop could be on the card, which would be a first.
I don't think they're going to one stop with leaders. What they're probably going to do basically...
Oh god, down into turn 1. Sorry, Ved. Down towards turn 4. 3 wide with Tim, Brian, and Casey.
Yeah. They're really having at it back there, aren't they?
Casey's really trying to get through the pack after his mistake, and you can see, look at Casey. He's got a 2.5 second penalty, but Casey's racy.
Yeah,
if Casey was at the front, it was Brian. He gets very skittish in towards turn 8, and Casey tries to go through. Brian's going to defend that position, but round the outside, Casey goes. That's brilliant by the... But he catches him in the rear, and that almost ended in catastrophe. And Brian just catches him in the rear and goes through.
Oh, that was...
Brian did hit him in the rear, didn't he?
Yeah, there was definitely some conflict, but they kept it within largely reasonable bounds, and hey, as the saying goes, rubbing is racing.
Wow.
In the end, that was just... It was dramatic, but sure.
We're down towards turn 1. We've seen how racy Casey is today. Casey's going to look for the move, and Casey almost baits Brian to give up the inside line there, and round the outside he's going to try and do it. Is Casey going to be big balls on the brakes here? No, Brian defends the line perfectly. He was brilliant defending by the Estonian.
These three need to work together if they want to get to Dino. Why are they battling?
Every point counts. I mean, this is benefiting Tim more than anyone, because Tim's just pulling away, but Brian defends that inside line. Casey then moves to the right-hand side, and then Brian moves across again. We've spoke about this. Oh, come on, lads.
As you said, they should be working together. They shouldn't be going hammer and tongs. If anything...
It's not against the rules in terms of slipstream weaving. As Casey, he gets caught again there by Brian and just about keeps it on the track. As Genergy, he was nowhere near anything, but that is still unfortunate that he won't be able to finish, but...
No.
I mean, it's not against... I mean, Casey, he's now getting impatient. You're going to be frustrated after the spin. As we see there on our Discord, Genergy's Wi-Fi dropped. Casey, though, through the inside. Is he going to get that move done? No, Brian's going to go back at him on the inside into turn 12. I had to check there. Casey runs very wide and almost catches it, but that is big balls and big gain there by Casey, but Brian's still not going to give this up. Every point matters. And Brian will not give this place up.
They're 3 seconds behind him now. They've been going at it hammer and tongs and moving to watch, but they're hammering time for the cars ahead.
Brian then he gets a 1.5 second penalty as well through turn 15 as Casey lately moves to the inside line. That is brilliant there by Casey.
Yeah.
As he just left Brian in his wake.
Now, Casey's tyres aren't great, but at this stage he's going to now just try and get, in one sense, just get the heck out of Dodge in relation to Brian. And yeah, just try and work on catching up to Tim.
That battle's not done either of them any good.
Yeah. They're 3 seconds behind Tim, who's 8 seconds off Dino, and he's top 5 at the moment. Yeah. outside of that rather dramatic battle, then it's fairly quiet at the moment, I would say.
Ruben is currently 100th up on the fastest laps. He runs a fairly bit right there through Zhongshan.
That should be okay. But yeah.
As we're now seeing Devil slowly falling off the back there of the Panama? Yeah, I know it's Panamari. I want to say Panamarian, but...
One sec, we can check this.
The driver from Panama!
Yeah, this is the most professional stream ever seen, guys. Right.
Panama pronouns.
Panama. Fun name to spell. It is a Panamanian.
Panamanian?
Yeah, I think Panamanian.
I think we'll stick to the driver from Panama.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Devil takes a lot wider line as he catches his rear there. Just about saves it, but he's now falling off the back of Ruben. Not by much, he's still in slipstream range, but we're not seeing the NASCAR-esque slipstreaming down. Well, that run all the way down to turn 1 from turn 13 may as well be NASCAR, because turn 15, it's got the banked kink, you know?
I think definitely Ruben's just now starting to lift his pace a bit. If you look, like, all of it was running low to mid 31s, and now it looks like he's starting to try and pump in mid to high 30s.
This is what we see from Ruben before, though, because just before he pits, he will then go and burn a bit more fuel, and once Devil's tyres are a bit worse for wear, and now he's gonna try and bridge a bit of a gap, but down towards turn 1 into the slipstream, Devil reels him back in again. A lot more than we were seeing from Div 2 as well, reeling in. But Devil knows he can't get past Ruben, because the minute he goes past Ruben, Ruben won't fight the position. Ruben will just go, let him through, and like, fine, I'll sit in your slipstream. I'll save fuel.
Taking an average of the last 3 laps, JD has been losing about 3, maybe 4 tenths to what's the others a lap, as a lap average. So he's falling off, but he seems to be
JD's really pushing as well. JD has what I would consider 5 minutes less fuel, which doesn't seem like much, but
there's a lot less fuel. You can tell he's going aggressive.
Now looking at the fuel of these guys, now Ruben's fuel, the way he's gone, Ruben could theoretically one-stop it. It wouldn't be ideal come the tyres, but looking at the way his fuel actually is, he's only just about halfway, with 12 minutes before the 30-minute mark. So Ruben theoretically could, and Devil may be able to as well. Ruben won't. No, Ruben will just take the benefit of taking less fuel on at the pit stop.
Yeah. Also, Ruben, having raced against him as well, he's an old school racer in how he goes about it. He's not the kind of guy who'd enjoy just trundling around fuel saving. He's going to go for the 2-spot more aggressively at this point.
Now, we'll be seeing what we'll be seeing from Div 2 though. Which is, if you pit, I pit, everyone pits, and Div 2 Div 2 at Laguna Seca, it was, I'm gonna just go until my tank's empty, which didn't work out because the tyres were fucked at the end of the stint. The idea,
oh my god, Casey's got 6 seconds of penalty.
He is on the limit here, Casey.
Yeah.
You have to feel for him though, and the Porsche next week at Le Mans is not going to be very good. And I just feel for him.
Hang on. There is one advantage. I remember from experience, the 911's quite good with the rear tyres, and trust me, if there's a track which kills rear tyres, it's Le Mans. So he has a benefit in the race, even if qualifying probably won't be very fun for him.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
We're only 20 minutes in, but would you be joining me full-time next season to commentate?
I'm probably going, unless you want someone who's commentating while racing simultaneously.
I think your commentating is, I mean, your racing's amazing, and I think your commentary's better than your racing.
I'll see what I can do, because I mean, it would be interesting to see if I can try doing both at the same time. Maybe we should just trial it in the off-season, like...
I mean, I was tempted last week to not last week, sorry, yesterday, to call Juice Ram midway through the race. So I've got Juice Ram on Snapchat, just quickly call him, how are you feeling, Juice? With his like 10-second lead he's got.
Yeah. I'll consider it. I'll consider that kind of thing. I mean,
if there is space as well, because the server's full.
Well.
It's packed. Dino, he's the first to break and go to the pits. Casey follows.
I see Ninan. That thing with the full server, there's an additional benefit for doing both at once. Well, there's still only one slot for an exclusive commentator being taken, or in the lobby for this exclusive commentary.
Maybe have you a Div 2 commentator and see if Junie's free on Sundays.
Yeah, that could work. And yeah, but I love how just we're doing business in the middle of a stream because there's nothing majorly interesting happening.
Whoa, Brian, he's also into pits, and this is the sort of thing we see from Div 2. Once someone pits, everyone's gonna follow, and I think Ruben may pit now.
I mean, these three are in the same race, to be fair.
Ruben...
So it's not surprising to see them all pitting.
I think Ruben will pit this lap because I don't see the benefit of going over the 20-minute mark majorly.
I think Dino's trying to basically brim the tank here, and then what he's doing is just take barely any fuel at his final stop and then just go like Stink.
Pass for pit entry they go. Devil's tyres compared to Ruben's are terrible, so if it's like this...
It's impressive that he's keeping in the gap, or keeping in the slip.
Well, he is having to push a lot harder now as well to do it, and so maybe Ruben is actually trying to go for a one-stop and just be a bit flashier. Because his tyres are going to last. It's quite evident that his fuel will last. So maybe we could be seeing something interesting here.
Yeah.
And if I'm Devil, I would now you're seeing everyone else pit. You see Tim and JD pitting. Now you know everyone else is pitting, I would pit too, so you know you're not going to get caught up in traffic. The only traffic you're really going to have is Santos, and Santos will let it go. Santos won't fight a position. Santos, I think anyone that sees Devil in their mirror, unless your name's KM O'Brien, will let Devil through, because Brian will race anyone, because Brian loves racing. Brian don't give two fucks who it is. Brian will race Lewis Hamilton to the edge.
Nice one there, Ruben. Getting that little sideways for the fans.
It's the first ever mistake I've seen Ruben make, I'll point out, and that was nothing.
I don't think that was deliberate. I don't think that was an error. I think he was just bored and decided to drift it. But yeah. To add to this thoroughly professional commentary, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Don't worry, Dino went for his dinner halfway through last week in Div 2. I kid you not, he went for 30 minutes off road and comes out going, yeah, so what's happened?
Right, I'm gonna go sleep quickly, I'll catch you in 5.
Yep. So Ruben, I'm honest to God convinced now, with 7 minutes until the 30-minute mark, Ruben may just be trying for a bit of a one-stop here, which would be impressive because the softs are lasting, the fuel's there. And thank you, sir. I'm indeed the best commentator, and Devil's now seemingly just keeping it by the skin of his teeth as Ruben now, he's losing the rear a bit here, and he's starting to push a bit more, so you can see Devil's tyres are a lot worse for wear.
Bathroom's occupied, I can't go at the moment.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, true heartbreak.
Oh well. At least let's hope your bowels don't break then.
No, it should be fine. One time I have to hold for 6 hours straight, so shouldn't be a problem.
It's called school. We both grew up in the UK. We don't really want to go to the school toilets. They're a bit disgusting. Especially in secondary school, you don't know. Then again, there's a reason why the girls and boys' toilets are separate. Not for privacy, but the boys don't want to catch the STDs the girls are giving out of toilets.
Yeah, no, trust me. One time pass
the pits again.
One time the last time I ever considered using a school toilet was probably on an occasion when I walked in and I saw a guy doing the
Santos pits
flamethrower thing. Oh, Santos in the pits. Neat stuff. Yeah, as I was saying, you know that thing you can do if you get like a cigarette lighter and a lynx, and you can just create an on-the-go flamethrower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I'd watch out for here is the time game between Santos and Dino, because Dino's got a big undercut here. Because Santos, you could see just through the final sector, Santos was struggling because Santos's tyres were near enough spent. If punctures were in this game, he probably would have had one. Because he just was struggling so much, so fuel's going into that BMW.
Can I just say, after a period where, the last couple of weeks, since my last race in this league, I've been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa Competizione. I was kind of annoying myself with how much GT I was playing, so I took a bit of a break. One thing I noticed, which I think could be Dino is ahead. But yeah, one thing I think that should be added in GT7 is the ability to set your fuel level in the pit or in the setup. So you can, also you could start with half tanks, for example.
Don't give them that idea. That would just mean Ruben would dominate everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, as well for testing. At the moment, you have to run for like 20 minutes, half hour, just to get down to low fuel to test your setup at low fuel.
Santos now
here, you could just 15% fuel, boom. Yeah, Santos is looking pretty racy here.
Now he's got the fresh rubber compared to bit slidey there through turn 11, big quarter pato.
Yeah. Thing is, there's the difference between the Porsche and the BMW. I mean, it's like how I think it was like Damon Hill. No, it wasn't Damon Hill. I think Eddie Irvine.
Hang on.
Said regarding
quickly. Here's a sight you don't see often. Devil with a penalty, and now he's got a 2-second gap to Ruben. So has Devil had a mistake somewhere down the line? Devil looking it will be pitting this lap.
Very easy to go wide there.
Now Devil's in a bit of no man's land here, because if he pits now, what sort of strategy does he do? Because he's probably lost a lot. He's probably lost a fair bit of time to JD, who could get a big undercut here.
He should do a 2-stop. You know why? Because from here, he goes on to a 3-stop style 2-stop, by which I mean he pits every 15 minutes. He doesn't have to put in as much fuel as Ruben, and he can run super aggressively. So he might be able to catch up to Ruben through doing that, despite making another pit stop.
Let's find out. As I've just caught my controller, Ruben, past pit exit, he goes through again.
Same with Devil. Wow, they're both trying to 1-stop, clearly.
Devil's going to have a bit of a job here to do it. So this will be interesting from Ruben, see what's going on here. JD, he's a master of strategies here, and it'll be interesting to see what he thinks about the 1-stop, because if he thought the 1-stop would work, he would have done it. And he would have... That Mazda is capable when it comes to fuel. JD... I mean, we saw it at Suzuka on track. Suzuka and...
Santos ahead of Dino.
Back head, the fresh rubber. Helping out.
One thing I have noticed with BMW compared to the Porsche, the BMW is all over the road, but the Porsche is comparatively a magic carpet. How Santos is able to keep these lap times he's doing with consistency, not completely killing his tyres, I'm honestly not 100% sure.
Looking at Ruben's tyres, you wouldn't believe he's been on this set for 30 minutes near enough.
Yeah.
This man is magical.
Like, should we just have like a Div 0 just Ruben?
I mean, it was spoke about that we was going to, which should be a Div 0 with Ruben, Devil, 1 minute.
Just trying to remember the drivers for Div 0, I'd assume. But yeah, so whilst Nin and Style do a quick race update.
I am about.
Okay, never mind. I guess quick race update won't be there.
Well,
okay, if I just do a quick run over
go
the
on,
halfway mark.
Have at it.
So, in a much less energetic style probably than Ruben's, or not Ruben's, Ninen's. They're both Ninen, to be fair. Anyway, so we're at the halfway mark of this race, and we've got Ruben just over 4 seconds clear of JM. These two haven't pitted, hence why they've got such a large gap to JD.
Looking at Devil's fuel quickly, Devil's going to lose a lot of time here now to Ruben. This isn't really the play by Devil. Devil may have to stick it into a lower fuel mode through air.
Yeah, my thought is he's probably gonna have to do what I said to do, or what I suggested even. But yeah, so then Dino, Santos, we've got them going hammer and tongs at it still. Nothing separating these two on track, and we've got KC behind. Big penalty, but he is definitely catching up to these guys. Definite Spa vibes. Maybe from myself. You've got Tim, and then you've got Brian to make up the back of the pack. These about, each about 7.5.
Devil's out of fuel, I think.
Oh my god. Oh no, he's about to run out of fuel. He's run. His tank is dry.
He's out. He's out. He's out.
He's out of fuel.
Devil's out of fuel.
Oh my god.
Devil's out of fuel, and here's JD's chance now. He's going to eat into his gap, and Devil, he's tight. This has not gone well as Ruben's into the pits, and the gap's going up to about 10 seconds here.
Yep.
And JD.
Why didn't
Oh
he
god,
pit
no.
the lap before? He should have pitted a lap before JM.
Get the undercut on Ruben as well, and that's not good. JD's now heading towards Zhong Xiao. Oh dear, JD. The youth for youth of Devil showing through there, having experienced the race, and here we go.
Points. Well, props to him for trying the one stop, but unfortunately he can't really do it with that car.
Tyres are on, fuel's going in. Now what's the plan gonna be?
I just realised the fuel filler does not actually meet up with either of the fuel filler caps on the.
Here's something to look out for. JD Shadaim
is
going to.
Ruben ahead on track at the moment.
JD Shadaim, what have you done here, my friend?
Oh my god, it's gonna be tight. Very tight.
This is genius! JD Shadaim passes Ruben!
Oh my god.
Well, I was not expecting that! Mr. Shadaim!
Yeah, you know what he was planning with that setup, wasn't he? He knew the guys were about to hit. If you look, he really turned the wick up on his pace.
138 is now JD.
That was a bit deep from him, but
JD's now panicking already. Ruben's got that fresh rub, I'm sure. Ruben will be eager to get past, and hang on, let's go back a minute. Devil's fully tanked up, and now he's behind Santos, and Dino's on the back of him as well. This has gone terribly wrong for Devil.
Yeah, I mean, again, props to him for trying the strategy, but...
Oh, him and Dino almost come together through turn 11.
Ooh, Ruben's not going to pass JD, because JD's going to pit in about probably 4 or 5 laps time. He's going to take on fuel and whatnot. So, Ruben still has the net lead. So, he's going to hold behind, save fuel, so as his life will be easier toward the end of the race. That's definite. Oh my god, almighty JD got very wide there, and Ruben's all over the back of him now.
Down towards turn 4, I think Ruben's going to maybe just have an easy pass here as he pulls to the left-hand side. JD's not really going to defend it much.
This is probably going to be the last time in the race he runs mix 1.
Well, as Ruben now he goes into Ruben now goes into fuel saving mode, but if JD's going to be doing this 2-stop, he's got to get past Ruben.
Yeah.
And I think a good thing that JD could potentially try here.
Now, here's the weird thing. He might equally actually be fairly well off if he just stays behind but close to Ruben. Let me explain.
Well,
he saves fuel and has a shorter pit stop by probably about 2 or 3 seconds. Now, reduce the gap he has, and he can really push that final stint where Ruben's going to be now having to take it easy because, look, he doesn't have slip. And he's literally giving JD a shorter pit stop as we speak.
There is that, but I think if JD does go for the move, Ruben's not pitting now for the rest of the race. Right, I think Ruben's going to near enough be certified going for this 1 stop. So Ruben won't be pitting. If JD gets his elbows out and gets racy, he could bully Ruben's tyres in now, because JD is on the more aggressive He's on the more aggressive strat. If he can bully Ruben's tyres into not being as good as they was with Devils...
The problem there, though, is that it'll damage JD's tyres as well.
But JD's pitting again, isn't he? JD's pitting within 5 minutes, so if JD can just sit his... Casey's in for an early stop. Oh, as Casey's actually close to running out of fuel as well, as his race goes bad to worse with 6.5 seconds of penalty, and this is just not his day.
probably about 3 laps till JD pits, my best estimate.
Down towards turn 4, Santos gonna have to defend from Devil as he moves across a bit, squeezes Devil a bit. Devil's gonna try and go around the inside and they're gonna hit! There is a bit of contact there as Devil serves the rest of his penalty and gets through, and now Dino's gonna be catching up onto the back of Santos as he takes the tighter line and up towards turn 6. Santos may be under threat here from the Irishman.
Yeah. You have an actual on-track battle happening for P3, and then out front, it's just a chess match.
Well, it is the two smartest drivers on the grid, so...
Yeah, I think JD, if he pits a little earlier, it will actually help him out. Sure, a slightly longer pit, but he'll have less of a gap.
Rubo Santos, careful there.
He'll have more time to catch Ruben. He'll have an extra lap to try and catch him. It would still be a mammoth effort, but at this point, I'm pretty sure JD's P2 in the championship, right? Fairly comfortably?
Yes. Not comfortably, only by a few points.
Yeah, but well, Dino, he's P4 at best. And the way things are looking with the gap, JD's going to be P3, probably. P2 or P3. He's going to be around there.
Now,
so,
JD has to be careful of where he pits though, because depending on where he pits, he could be coming out in the battle for yeah. Which I wouldn't want to be caught in there, seeing as how they're racing.
I don't think JD's going to have a crack at victory here, because he's net about 20 seconds behind Ruben.
Santos is back through on Devil, as Devil's now going to try and go for the inside line through turn 5. Santos covers the line but doesn't give it up easily. He's going to try and... He doesn't cover the inside line through 6. Devil's just 6, so he's not going to look for the move. He's not going to risk anything there. Santos, a bit of pink problems it's seeming. The more these two battle, the more Donald's going to catch up. The inside line defended there by Santos quite nicely, as Devil's now just can't find an edge through, just trying to pressure Ruben into a mistake, and Ruben goes a bit deep into 9. And now up towards turn 10 and 11. Devil gets a bit more time with his penalty, not much. Tries to get a better line. So here's a nice run through Zhang Xiao. Doesn't quite work out for him, so now his best bet is the first turn. Let's see how this works out.
He needs to go for he's not gone for the ideal line if he wants to make a move, but then again, it's not like he's a long way behind
Devil
Santos
being stuck
already.
Behind Santos is allowing JD to pull ahead as well, because Devil is evidently struggling to get past Santos and the worst rubber.
JD's
Santos covers the inside line. JD's going to try and go around the outside. Let's see, he's got the fresh rubber. But Santos has the inside line, can't quite get the move done as he gets the rest of his penalty. Aims for a bit of a deeper entry, tries to get a better exit through turn 2 and 3. So he's a nice run as Santos gets a 1.5 second penalty from turn 2 of the centre S is there. On the run down as Santos, he bit shaky on Verona, and Devil's going to get cleanly past before the braking point towards turn 4. And Santos is just going to sit behind and get rid of the rest of his penalty. But that penalty will allow Dino further back to catch up, and the way this goes on, Dino could end up, if these two have a coming together, Dino will be more than happy to take third. And I think we saw at Bathurst in round 2, Tim and Brian were battling it out for 4th and throughout 2nd. Oh, Devil and Santos, they hit through turn 9. But down at Bathurst, Tim and Brian were battling for 2nd. Devil was a lap ahead of everyone, but Dino was there as well. Dino was just stuck in 5th, and Dino didn't think about going for the move. Dino could have, but up at Bathurst, it's like the Australian Monaco. It's so tight and twisty through there. And Dino tries to go, Brian tries going down the inside of Tim through at the top of the mountain through
probably what you'd get if the Nordschleife and Imola had a baby.
It is. And those two have a bit of a coming and then Brian tries to go down the inside of Tim at the top of the mountain. They have a coming together, go through, and I think Dino read that there was going to have a bit of a coming together and let it happen. He took a bit of it because he was on pace, he was quicker than them, you were seeing. But magically, just 2 seconds, he falls off to pace. And I think he read that there was going to have a collision. Takes 2 seconds off. Just saves a bit of fuel. Just goes, you two, I'll hang back. They do have a come together. And Dino goes through and takes P2 at the end of it.
JD in the lead. JD in the lead. Not sure what happened. Probably just... I imagine Ruben actually weirdly let him through.
Ruben did pull a bit of a gap ahead though, so maybe he made a bit of a mistake, as Devil is a bit of a slight tank, slapper through 6, 7, and now into 8, and Santos, he's putting Devil under a lot of pressure here. And further back, Dino, 2.3 seconds, he's really struggling to find a pace to catch up to these two, despite the quite rough antics that's going on between the Double C Racing and the B&R Racing guys. The B&R Racing guys, wow. Devil goes very deep. Was there contact?
I think Santos sent Double C Motorsports driver a bit deep there.
Maybe there was a bit of contact, so I think Santos did just let Devil through, which is good sportsmanship there.
Damn. I mean, this is his boss's commentary right here. This is actually... Jane's doing pretty well, especially seeing as he's fuel saving a lot right now.
Devil's got a fuel saver as well, because the more these two go out as well, Devil's not...
together. As much as DNR and my team probably don't want to battle, or don't want to just work together and try and make life easier.
B&R doesn't want to work with anyone other than B&R. Santos! That's going to be a big penalty for him as he goes round the outside of Devil.
Like that. That's good. Look at the gap now.
And now Dino, he's just gone. Hello, ding dong.
Sup, boys?
Ding dong, hello, as he goes down the inside of Devil! Into turn 4, he catches Devil sleeping!
God,
and now Dino's going to the inside line into turn 6, he lifts off a bit there. What happened there? Dino had the move done!
I don't think he really had it there, he might have got a bit loose.
Oh, he went ding dong, hello, I'm here, boys! Pizza has arrived!
He wasn't going for the move there. He was, but he very much announced his presence.
Dino, the Irish are very loud. They do like to make themselves heard as... JD will be in this lap. JD in this lap. I repeat, JD in this lap. We've got news from the pit wall over at Shadai Motorsports. No, he's not. They've absolutely baited us. He has seen the red light. He has the red light and he continues on for another lap, which isn't good now. Because now he's going to be stuck into a bit of fuel saving here, which is not good.
He's mostly fine. He should be mostly okay. I mean, look, red light, if it just came on, is about 10% fuel. That's going to be a lap and a half or so. He should be fine to make it round.
He doesn't want what happened. Dino's into the pits. He doesn't want what happened to Devil, though. We know JD's going to be better at fuel saving, but he...
nuts. So, I'm just saying that now. Like, that battle was nuts with Santos, JM, and Dino.
Devil, 2-second penalty. He's really struggling. Santos, he catches the rear of Bear, and Santos, he's still not letting Devil go through. And this is just holding them up, because I think Dino saw that they might have a coming together. Dino caught onto the back of them as Devil goes very wide in the inside for Santos. Is he gonna have the power up the hill and towards turn 6 to get through? No, Devil's gonna have the inside line, so he's gonna be defending this quite nicely. The rear wheels touch, and Santos just avoids getting onto the grass there.
These aren't BCCC cars, guys. Just don't.
Oh, they hit again!
What is this? Seriously?
Is this D-rated lobbies?
Yeah, no, not B. This is like D.
No, I said D-rated, not B. I mean, actually, no. I'm a BS-rated driver and they race like this. So, and that's 99 sportsmanship. Into the pits though goes JD. So Ruben retakes the lead then.
I love how JD's still using still got the overalls from last round.
Hey, why not have the bubblegum looking ass bitches?
Yeah, true.
It is a hot pink and light blue though. These are just a colour scheme and a half.
Yeah, it's not... It's distinctive, I'll give it that.
Casey, 7 seconds worth of penalties, that's not the best. Santos, he's also into the pit, so Devil finally gets a bit of a break.
18 seconds down on Ruben though, there's not going to be a battle there. To be fair,
Devil's lost so much time, and Devil.
To be fair, he's got over half a tank, so for him now, it's just don't burn the fuel and just take it on home.
It's near enough a full tank of fuel for JD, so JD is not saving at all. JD, for the last 15 minutes, he is flat out, and how much does he have to make up?
21 seconds. That's unlikely, but
40 seconds on Ruben.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, God. Alright, let's do some quick math here. 15 minutes. He's got to find 3 seconds a lap. Near enough.
Yeah.
Maybe that full tank of fuel not necessary, but there is a chance that, I mean, they will be fuel saving lots. So if he just consistently now puts in quali laps, if he consistently sets mid 130s, mid to high 130s, whilst Ruben's last lap was a 32.2, he will be gaining somewhat, and he will catch Devil, as Devil's also got that penalty.
Yeah.
And Santos, well, Dino didn't quite get the undercut that was necessarily a...
Yeah. Short of JD doing a JD, the podium order's pretty clear. But fourth, I mean, look at it. You got 3 drivers within 3 seconds of each other.
I mean, JD wants this second though. JD knows how much the points are how crucial these points are.
Yeah, I'm admittedly tempted, mainly because the 2 of us are friends, to maybe go a little bit outside of NDC stuff next round and just, you know, give him a little bit of slip and stuff on quality, just help him out a little bit.
I would love JD to get her, and JD came bitterly close at... I still stand by, to this day, JD would have won Suzuka if he hadn't not kissed the wall, frosted himself into Degna 2's wall.
Yeah.
Because he was gaining so much on Devil, he could easily have beaten him. Speaking of beating, Dano's took right into the slipstream of Santos. He pulls out to the right-hand side, down towards turn 4. Round outside is going to try and go. Santos the inside line. Dano broke a bit early, trying to get a bit of a switch back into turn 5. Not quite close enough, but he's tucked right into the back.
KT's concern should not be getting up the order. He's got so much penalty. He's in net terms only just ahead of Tim.
We love Tim.
Yeah, but still, looking at this from an objective perspective, he's got to just keep the pace up, not make errors, and not increase that penalty. Like, if he increases that penalty much more, Tim will get him back.
Dano takes a bit of a wide line, trying to close the gap.
And then down the back, you've just got Brian chilling.
Well, his teammate is currently in the battle for 4th. Portugal versus Ireland. It's not the battle you'd always expect. There's not been a Frenchman here, so we can't really make any jokes about that. But Dano's tucked right into the slipstream as they come through turn 15. Down towards turn 1. Through turn 15. Santos covers that inside line. Dino, he tried to find a gap, and Santos near enough does a Nikita Mazepin. Round the outside, the Irishman tries to go, and the more these two go out, the more Casey's going to close in. As Dano gets more of his penalty out, and the penalty's really helping them not die to Santos's elbows.
Tim was gaining a little bit on KC. He's about net half a second off in net terms, so...
JD's found 2 seconds on Devil, but 2 seconds in a few laps is not good. He needs to be finding more. And he's not finding any time at all on Ruben.
Did anyone realise that Ruben put another tenth into the fastest lap after his pit? That he's done a 1-stop and he did the fastest lap.
Can Ruben just sit out a race, please?
Like, just sit out Le Mans. Then again, I reckon I can beat him at Le Mans anyway.
You're not racing at Le Mans.
Speed.
You're sitting in the booth here with me.
Div 2.
And Div 1.
Again, or I could use Le Mans to try simultaneous commentary. I mean, there's a lot of long straights, so there's plenty of points where I don't need to worry too much. So
what, do you mean down Morzan, Indianapolis, towards Porsche, you know, all of them?
Yeah. Plenty of long straights, and yeah.
One thing that really...
If I was to race, though, I could definitely have... I mean, hey, look, for a spectacle. Ruben's won 4 in a row if things stay as it sits. I could break his streak and have a crack at breaking it. Because again, I have the straight line advantage. Sure, there's slow corners, but you'd be surprised. I mean, the only real slow corners to worry about are probably Mulsanne corner and the one after Indianapolis. I think it's called Arnage.
Yeah, the right-hander is
really
Arnage.
slow corners. Those are the places where the RX is going to struggle, but everything else, pretty fair game. But then the Porsche curves, you can bet your house on me being faster down and through the Porsche curves. If Spa's middle sector was anything to go by, at least.
One thing that people don't realise at Le Mans, the pit straight. People don't realise how big that pit straight is.
Oh my god! I just realised. Ruben's gone another 10th up on the.
Yeah, exactly. He's setting. He's not holding back because he's got enough fuel to go flat out to the end as well.
Ryan. He's got plenty of fuel, and his tyres are okay. He can just.
This is brilliant. 16 seconds now the gap between Devil and JD Stein. This is very reminiscent, counting down the gap between these two of Suzuka, which was round one, the first ever race. It was quite good. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It was brilliant. I loved it. But Devil, I mean, I am now going to. But yeah, I've just gone and waffled. But oh, fuck off! That's my controller on the floor. But one thing people don't realise is how big the pit straight at Le Mans actually is.
Yeah, it's a pretty chunk one.
It doesn't look that big because you compare it. You look at, you've got the Morzan. You know, you've got all these massive straights. You don't realise how big that pit straight is. That pit straight has about 80 pit garages. And it is one of the most beautiful pit boxes in the world. Ruben gets past Brian cleanly as the gap between those the gap between Ruben and Devil increases. And Ninan can't learn his own language. Try and turn this off because I've got a stupid thing at the side of my screen which just says Santos now. 1 minute, mate. Right, we'll hold the racing because Ninan can't work his technology. There we go. Ruben, he's a big lag spike there. As now the names aren't going to show. Well, this is Ruben. This is Devil. This is JD, and the names have now disappeared. The battle for fourth, though, Santos and Dino still going at it. With 8 minutes to go, Dino looks to move around the outside. He catches up more than he did. Move to the inside. Oh, that's brilliant move by the Irishman. They're so close. Dino's here. Dino, he goes so deep. Dino just brake fails. Oh, that looked amazing until it wasn't. The gap to Tim.
3 seconds and we've got 7.5. We've got a full second a lap here.
With 7 minutes to go, will JD have enough to catch Devil? Devil's fuel is a big worry though. Because looking at it, I don't think Devil will have to do a lot of fuel saving now. As we see, JD takes 2 seconds out of him just through Zheng Xiao, it seems. Across the line, approximately 5 or 6 laps to go. And Devil also has to be careful of that 1.8 second penalty he's got, because if JD catches up to the back of him, I mean, if he runs out of fuel, the penalty is just going to evaporate anyway, but it's not ideal. Dano's now lost another 1.5 seconds to Santos. Oh, my phone just died. Well, there goes chat. Well, what's your take on the race so far? It's been, despite there's only been 8 cars on the grid, it's been no short of brilliant to watch. I've loved it so far. There's 6 minutes to go, and it's flown by quite quickly. We've seen 2 people do a 1-stop, which we've never actually seen before. Devil may not even complete this 1-stop. I will complete
Honestly,
it.
I don't know why Devil decided to 1-stop this. I mean, that's an optimistic move at best for him.
I mean, we even saw JD prematurely lead the race. I mean, JD technically led the race on paper as well, because they were on equal pit stops, so. It's brilliant by the German.
But hey, last round of the season next week, and yeah, let's hope from all ends that we can have an interesting finale.
So we've got the Division 2 finale the week after with the postponed Spa round.
Which is
and
be
then I'll be
dramatic,
giving you all a big fuck off to Bahrain.
Well, we must remember too, there's the playoffs. Which
There's gonna be a week break before playoffs, and then we're also gonna be mindful. I don't think we may have a playoff race every week, so we are going to be mindful of the F1 season, and people are going to want to watch the F1 season, because I know
I'm going to have you not realised how damaging that could be for the season, though?
Shh!
Because, let's be honest, Ruben, seeing where Ruben is already, giving him a long off-season, yeah, you can see the potential problem.
I've just noticed the front of Ruben's car is very uncomfortable with the blue outlining of the radiator.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that too. Make it silver, that'll look lovely.
No, just have nothing, it looks creepy.
I like the little Italian flag as a detail.
The Italian flag is good, but just the outlining of the radiator just looks creepy.
Yeah.
I know you're watching SVV, get fucking rid of it, it looks creepy. We've got a dislike on the stream, which bastard did that? Fuck you. Did you do it?
Probably. No.
Just under 4 minutes to go, 10 seconds, JD's got to find air. And now Devil's gone into a bit of fuel saving mode. I think he may just be safe. It's going to be close. I think everyone is just staying now because Dino's falling right off the back, because Tim's actually got past Tim's caught up to Casey and got past him on track. As Casey's going to try and get this move done, as he tries to go around the outside into turn 1 through the centre rest. He's not quite close enough. Tim defends the inside line. Casey tries to go around the outside, and well, Tim just lets him through. Doesn't really put up much of a fight. That's quite interesting from the Canadian. He does try and fight back around the outside of turn 3 though. Well, I'll wait, you go. And he's actually got that move done on Casey, and you just sit back into the slipstream. And Casey will go again into turn 4.
I mean, Tim doesn't need to battle him.
No.
If you think about it.
How much of Casey's penalty does he actually have left? I can't see.
7.4 seconds.
7.4 seconds worth of penalty.
He's probably accumulated about 20 seconds worth of penalty over the race. If it wasn't for that, he would literally be in a comfortable P4.
Well, Vince
the race kind of went downhill for him from lap
2 laps to go then, as Devil crosses the line. He's got to find 3 seconds a lap here now with JD in. Let's quickly go compare the tyres. JD, he took 2 seconds out of him. He took 2 seconds out of him, but the fronts.
Yeah, rear tyres are similar between Ruben and Devil. And then you get to the front tyres, and oh no. Oh,
I'm more thinking of red light for Devil and JD.
2 laps to go. As I said though, remember 10%. He should make it round. Should. If he fuel saves, he'll be fine. And
but then if he fuel saves, he then has to be careful of JD behind, because also JD's tyres as well.
Yeah, I mean JD's all good to go. Like, he can just sand it. But JM, he can have if he fuel saves. It's not massively, but a decent amount. He'll be fine and dandy.
Ruben, he crosses the line. This does mark the start of the final lap, and I think everyone... No, not everyone will not everyone will be on the same amount of laps, which is that's a shame. Devil, he's come through Zheng Shao. He's going to start his final lap, and now 6 seconds to find in 1 lap for JD. JD's going to have the lap of a god here.
JM might run out of fuel.
It's looking like... Oh, it is close here. Who's your money on?
On average, he's been gaining about 2 seconds a lap for the last 3 laps.
A minute 30
Almost
to go.
Exactly.
1 minute 30. Who's your money on?
My money, I mean the win.
No, for second.
It's been nothing. I know, but I mean the win. It's been nothing short of a class act for Ruben this race. He managed to pace beautifully in the first stint, dealt with the semi-threat of JD midway through, and ever since has just been lapping at lovely pace and
through the middle sector. This is where JD now needs to get the most time out of it. This is where Devil's going to be fuel saving the most. His tyres are going to... This is where you need your tyres to be at its best, through the middle sector, where it's the most technical part.
Worst. Look,
and that fuel is just going. I can't see him making it.
5 seconds.
Is JD going to get his revenge at Spa, where JD cruelly lost 3rd place to Devil on the run down towards Blanchimont? As we see confirmation, Ruben's finished it. Down towards Zhong Shao. Oh, he's just about going to get it. Oh, I can't call it. I think he's safe. JD won't get his revenge. If you remember back to Spa round, down towards Blanchimont on the last lap, JD ran out of fuel and Devil just gone, but turn 14 and 15, JD will be safe. He will, through turn 15, down towards the line, he'll just about secure 2nd. It's a bit of a miracle. He gets rid of the rest of his penalty, and then JD will cross the line to take 3rd. That is...
Just saying now. Oh no, JD didn't catch him.
Oh, I wanted him to, but...
Yeah, one more lap, and it would have been done, cleared, sorted for JD.
Well, that... Props to Devil, that was a brilliant final stint.
Yeah.
That final stint was magical, and Santos will be happy with P4 across the line. He's needed it, in all honesty, after a string of poor results.
Final finisher.
And
that's
7 seconds worth of penalties. You just have to feel for Casey though. Where would Casey have finished if it wasn't for the penalty? Not necessarily. Not the. If he didn't have to spin, where would he have finished?
Probably P4, P5. He would have been up there.
Yeah. That was incredibly close. Tim spilt his syrup, and I don't blame him. Final race results then. Here's the race results. Genergy with the DNF. Ruben, he wins for the 4th race in a row. Devil, he has a brilliant final stint to just hold off JD Shadaim. One more lap and JD would have had him. Santos, he's going to be absolutely thrilled with a 4th after a string of poor results. Dino Rod, 5th place is not going to do him any good in the battle for 2nd in the championship. And KC, well, that podium is slipping away from him. He's only got one more race to do it. And KML Brian, he takes home the final points as Genergy, as we said, DNF'd. And it was an empty grid near enough today. Lego Kongan still having connection problems. He's not been able to join. Phil's on a night shift, so Phil's not been able to join us. Heavy Head, he's in lockdown, so he's unable to access his sim. And Sergio and people like that, we've not heard from in a while. So, anyway, thank you, Hayden, for joining me this week. You have been amazing.
No problem.
Thank you, all of you lot as well in chat for joining us. I've been in, and thank you, Hayden, for joining me, and I'll see you